Hey, welcome in. FG here. So let's get to this. Rolling our dice again. Get a random country out of here. 1-1. So we're going with the first one on this end. And looks like I need to mark off my address. So this one, we technically have a coin that covers this already. This was a coin for Sudan that I got for $34. And so I previously opened a coin that we counted for South Sudan because it was from a time period when both Sudans were the same country. So it covered that entire area. So regular Sudan, or North Sudan, is already filled in on the map, I know, because of that previous coin. So let me see here. It's on this. So this came from the Louisville Numismatic Exchange in Kentucky. And this does look like it's a circular, well, it's not a bullion coin. Let's see what we got. All right. This looks like it may be one of the perhaps World Wildlife Federation or Fund coins. Very cool crest there. Very mirror-like coin. Not sure if that's an eagle. That's an interesting top knot on it. And I'm not really able to read the lettering, although I believe this is from 1976, which is why I think it may be one of the WWF coins. It features a stork on the front here. So let me get this into a flip, or at least test it in a flip, and I'll be right back with the Numista page. All right, so we're back with it in a flip. It does just fit in one of these flips. So 1976 Sudan. Let's go ahead and put the Numista page up here. And this one it says it's conservation. It does not specifically call out the WWF, but it is along those same lines. It's the shoebill stork. It's 2.5 pounds, minted in 1976, sterling silver 925, and again we're back to that 28.28 grams in weight. And it was minted in the UK at the Royal Mint, like so many of these seem to be. So that's why I think it may be related to that WWF, because those are all minted at the Royal Mint as well. Let's scroll down, and we'll see in the mintage numbers that it was only minted for this 1 year. Total mintage is, what is that? Just over 10,000, let's see, 10,700, with a lot of them being, well, half of them being circulation, half of them being proof, in proof sets, so mint sets and proof sets. This one is definitely a proof. So Numista pegs its value around $81. It's not quite an ounce of silver. It's actually 0.8411, so bullion value puts it at $43, $44. So not bad there. There are none currently for sale out on eBay that I see in the notes at the bottom of the table there. So Numista puts its rarity index about 58. So not super rare, but not super common either. So it's not surprising that there aren't any currently for sale out there. All right, let's put up the map here. And the first thing you might notice here is that my map has changed color. Countries with only one coin are now going to be green again. I went ahead and I added another coin into my Australia coins, and that was just enough to turn the countries with one green and leave countries with multiples to be in the yellows and oranges. So we'll note that Sudan here and South Sudan right below it, they're currently filled in because of the one medieval coin that I had that covered both of the countries. And we should see the top country here change colors as I add this coin into the database. And Sudan has, of course, been occupied for many, many, many years back to BC. It would have been known in the biblical times as the Kingdom of Cush. Up through the centuries, it became at one point a modest Mahdist state. So it was kind of under the control of Islamic forces. Parts of it ruled by the Ottoman Empire at a time, and other what's the word? Sultanates. But then in 1899, the British kind of came into the area, and for quite a few years, they basically governed Sudan, and that would have lasted up through 1956. And in 1956, Sudan gained its independence and was the one country between 1956 up until South Sudan seceded from it in 2011. All right, let's put this into the book. Since this one just fit into the sleeve, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the book and not over in the bullion book. Let's see. Should have South Africa, Somalia, South Korea. There's South Sudan. So we're looking at Sri Lanka. There's Sweden. We have 3 open spots here. So Sudan's going to be in one of those. Grab my list here. We'll just make sure which one it goes in. Okay, so we have Sri Lanka. And then the open spots are for Sudan first. And then there's one that's called in Numista that's called Sulu. I don't know that I'll ever get something for that. I haven't really looked into it. Sultanate of Sulu. And then Suriname, and then Sweden. So we know that Sudan goes right here. We got that in the book. We have 3 open spots left. I'll have to look into this Sultanate of Sulu and see exactly what that is and if they actually have any silver coins. We may have to pad this and add one more Sweden coin back in here to fill up the spot. But we do still need Suriname in there. All right, well, that is our Monday coin. Thanks for joining me here Monday morning. Hope everybody has a great week. And as always, thank you for your subscriptions, your comments, and I'll catch you in the next one.